Hello and welcome to the first official Video Sims Garage. Today I'm going to be taking this free riding mower and getting it up and running, cleaned up, and ready to sell. This mower was given to me for free. I was told it didn't run. I was welcome to have it if I wanted it. I was told it's been sitting for about 6 or 7 years, and I believe it. I went over there and picked it up and there were weeds growing all the way around it. But I have a yard sale in exactly 2 days, so I have to get this thing up and running and ready for this yard sale. The video that is about to play was actually filmed on my phone for TikTok, so the orientation is for a phone. I apologize for that in advance. This is the only shot of the mower that is filmed where it's actually going to fill your screen normally. If you guys like the video, please like, comment, do whatever. But yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, what's going on? So today, or tonight, it's now 10 o'clock at night, we have this Murray riding mower. I got it for free. I've got nothing in it, but it's got the opposed twin Briggs. Super good motor. Not locked up. It's got gas in it. It's been sitting for over 6 years, I believe, so that's probably bad. Goal for this, I've got 2 days before my neighborhood has a yard sale, and I really need this out of my way. So we're going to try to get this thing up and running, cleaned up, ready to go in 2 days. And if for any reason it is not done by then or does not sell in the yard sale, I'm going to rip the deck off and turn it into a mud mower. So let's get started. All right, first things first, there's no battery. Got a battery for it. Slap that bad boy in there. All right, battery's in. Easy peasy. Now we're going to push the clutch in. There's a parking brake switch right there. Now that's on. We should be able to turn the key, and let's hope that our starter solenoid is good. On the money. That's what you like to see. Okay, next step, I'm going to put an inline tester on the spark plugs and make sure that we actually have spark. So one moment. Alright, the inline tester is on. If you guys want one of these, you can go get it at Advanced Auto or any parts store for like maybe 10-15 bucks. Let's see if we have spark. Alright, cylinder 1 is good. We will check cylinder 2 now. Alright, cylinder 2 is now on. You guys watch that for me. Okay, we got spark there too. Perfect, okay. And this does not have a fuel shutoff, so I am taking a guess either that fuel filter is clogged or the carburetor is clogged. The gas that's in here does not smell great. Does not smell great. So we're probably gonna have to flush that tank too, which that'll be a tomorrow issue, but let's put some carb cleaner down the throat of it and see if it'll even try to fire up. So we're just gonna pop this filter off. This is a tried and true method. Everyone's probably done it at least once, just spraying something down to see if it'll do anything. The filter honestly doesn't look too bad. It's actually fairly clean. Alright, pop that off. Okay. Yeah, filter looks pretty good. We got some brake clean. Give it some of that. And choke. Let's see what she does. Okay, not even try to run on its own gas, but it does run. That is great. So I guess let's start digging into this carburetor. Alrighty, we just got the hood taken off. Now we need to get this plate off here. This is what holds on the air filter. This should be a 7. Like I said, this should be an 8. Go ahead and pop this bad boy off. Alright, so this is the carburetor. Oh, that thing is all kinds of gunked up. So it could be that the pump is not working, which we're going to hope that isn't, because that's a part I have to order, and it will definitely not be ready for the yard sale on Saturday. Or it could be that we are just clogged up in this filter. I'm just going to go ahead and pop this off, because it definitely needs to be clean. This thing's been sitting for at least 6 or 7 years, and it could use it. Alright, so what I ended up doing was taking the whole thing apart, and everything was kind of oriented very weird. It was hard to get stuff off, but I ended up getting it off anyway. I opened it up, took it apart, and I discovered that it was absolutely spotless inside this thing. Like, there was nothing there. Everything was fine. I really am like, well, what am I doing wrong? So I pop open the fuel pump, and all that looks good too. I mean, it's all just very clean. So what I ended up doing was just putting the whole thing back together, because at that point I was like, well, I can't really do anything to make this better than it is already. So I put it all back on, and tomorrow I will flush out the tank, put fresh gas in it, and see if it'll fire up, because as of right now, it's perfect. Alright, let's get straight into it. So today is day 2. That means tomorrow this has to be finished. So what I want to do, because yesterday I took the carburetor apart and cleaned it, but I mean, there wasn't really much to clean. Everything is actually really clean in there. I popped this off. I got no clue if that's working or not. I think it is, but we're just gonna hope. But in here, it's still got the original gas in it, and you guys can see down in there, there's like a bunch of, I guess the rubber gasket off of this piece. So we're gonna pop this thing off and get it cleaned out, put it back together, put some fresh gas in it, and see what it'll do. Right here, here, and then around the edges over here, there are screws, and this plate will come up, and then we can actually just take that off pretty easily, I believe. That's the hope anyway. So let's just get started on it. Alright, so I popped that cover off, and I'll clean that up, but there is a screw here, same on the other side. So there's about 6 screws total, and this plate comes off. So alright, so now we've got the screws off. We should be able to tilt this back and up, and there should be enough clearance for us to pull this tank up and out of here. There are 4 screws that hold this tank in. There's 2 right here, and then 2 on the other side. Now we should just be able to pull this straight out of here, maybe. One moment, I need to answer this. Nope, no, I don't. Nope. Put that back. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to drop that. Get it pulled out of here. Alright, boom, out. I'm going to need 2 hands to put that back in, but right now. So we are looking at this. We should just be able to undo that clamp, and the whole thing will come off. Alright, we got that pulled off. Now we will take this elsewhere to be cleaned, put fresh gas in it, we'll try again. Alright, now we got the tank drained. We're going to go ahead and clean it off real quick. Got some water, and I'm all out of degreaser, so this is going to be fun. I got it cleaned up pretty good. There's still some stuff in the corners, but I'm not really too concerned about that. I think next step is this hose. It's pretty much shot. Like, it's all mushy. That thing's definitely collapsed. Even if the gas was good, there's no way it was getting any of it. Alright, I just pulled that hose off, and there is absolutely no way that gas was getting through there. So I'm going to clear this out real quick. Let me go find something. Alright, so we got the majority of the gunk cleared out of there. It's as open as it can be. So I'm going to throw some new fuel line on it and a new fuel filter, and it's going back in. Alrighty, got the tank back in. I need to screw it down, but I just put a bigger filter on there. And this is actually a much nicer filter than this one. But you can just see, like, inside of it where all that gunk is. There's no way anything was getting through there. Alright, just put some fresh gas in it. We're going to pull the choke, put that about halfway. And we're going to see what it does. Alright, well, I just ran out of storage. I had to delete an old video. So, it did fire up. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but... Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! That's what you like to hear. It runs good, too. It sounds really good. So, turns out that had no issue. I mean, that was kind of just like, I spent, 30, 40 minutes doing that. Didn't even need to touch it. So now, plan is I'm going to put all the extra stuff back on. I'll wheel it outside. I'm going to clean it off. This tire shot, completely dry rotted. I mean, like, I put air in it just to move it, and it was gone within like 10 minutes. But luckily for me, under this box, I have two pretty decent wheels that are actually the same color as what's on here. So we're actually going to have matching wheels on this thing. Really up the curb appeal of it, and maybe it'll sell tomorrow. But now I've got maybe 2 or 3 hours of daylight, so I'm going to really start cranking away on this. So out of the two tires that I got, this one actually has better tread on it. There's a little bit of dry rot, but there's nothing that slime won't take care of. So I'm going to show you guys something cool that I got. I got this Vever air cannon, and it's actually really cool because, you know, the older style ones, it's mainly just like a big 5-gallon tank with a lever on the side to let it out, but this one has like a trigger on it, kind of like a gun. So you just kind of hook it up. It's hard to do this one hand. Hook it up, and I'll put some air in it, and then boom, easy peasy. Seats right up. You don't even have to do anything special. It's just that simple. So I've got this filled up to about 150 psi, and we just kind of hook it under there, and boom, that easy. Look at that. Boom, easy peasy. Definitely first try. Now we got to put some air in this before it decides to de-seat on the bead, but this is probably some of the best 70 bucks I've spent, and it's on their website, VEVOR. It's a great thing. Like that just saves me a whole lot of time, because what I was doing previously was throwing a ratchet strap on either side of this thing and then tightening it down while putting air in it, trying to get the bead to seat. But I mean, that did it in all of 3 seconds. We're just gonna give it some of this. It might not need it, but I'd rather it have it and not need it than be riding around on this thing that goes flat after the next night, and then tomorrow I'm scrambling to put slime in it to try to sell it to someone, which, in all on, so I don't recommend sliming tires like car tires, but for mowers and, like, you know, go-karts and just small engine stuff, there's no harm in it, because like most of the stuff's never going to touch the road. You don't really have to worry about it. And I buy this stuff by the gallon just because most of the time when I pick something up, it's flat and nothing holds air. And if I can get slime in it and it actually takes it, I'd rather spend some time sliming it than getting new wheels and tires and trying to deal with all that when I can just do this, not have to spend any additional money. And I definitely don't want to deal with tubes. Tubes suck doing. So yeah, I'd rather just do this. Boom, easy peasy. Tires holding air. Way better than what we've got right there. So let's get this thing jacked up and put this tire on. Alright, we just got the new tire on. I had an extra long cotter pin because what they had in there was a nail that was bent. And right here on the wheel, the bearing that goes right there was missing, so I had to steal it out of another tire I had, but we are good right now. So I'm going to push this thing outside, going to give it a bath, and we'll be right there. Alright, let's see if this thing will move out of here under its own power. I know it starts, but let's just see if it'll move. Oh yeah, we're moving. Let's give this thing a bath. I went ahead and put all this stuff back on because I didn't want any water to get in the intake and ruin the perfectly good engine that runs. But here's where we sit right now. I do have the hood over here, and I will clean the hood separately because it'll be easier to do on top of it and under it and around it with it off the mower. But we're gonna give this thing a quick bath real quick and we'll be right back. All right, so I don't have degreaser, but I do have the next best thing. I usually use Dawn Power Wash, but I'm out of Dawn Power Wash, so this is just water mixed with Dawn, and it still foams. I'm sure if I put more soap in it, it would foam better, but just kind of coat everything in this. I've already done most of this stuff, so it should, oh yeah, like nothing. It does not even care a little bit. Look at that, brand new machine right there. Brand new. So we're gonna do the whole treatment to this thing, and once it's finished, I'm gonna pull the hood out, get it cleaned up, throw it back on, and then I guess we'll see if it mows. All right, so this is it cleaned up pretty much. I mean, there's some spots I need to go over again, like right in here, and up here for sure. I think if I hit this with some steel wool, that this rust will pretty much go away. I mean, it's really not deep at all. The engine looks really good, and so does the cover here. And then I'm going to pull the hood out in just a second to get it cleaned up. And once that's cleaned up, I'm going to get it put back on, hop on it, and see if this mower deck will engage. The linkages all move down here, and the belt is tightening up. So in all honesty, I don't see why it wouldn't work. So we're just going to have to try it. Alright, the hood is now cleaned off. I have not hooked up the lights to see if they work yet, but on this side you can see it is a Murray Select with the twin. On this side it disintegrated. I sprayed on the degreaser and it was just gone like after the first pass. So, I mean, stickers don't really sell a mower, but I kind of wish it didn't fall off, but I'll get the hood put on and we're going to see if it'll fire up and mow. Alright, so we got the hood put back on, and I went through and cleaned up some of those real bad spots where I obviously didn't clean enough, and now it's looking pretty good. And under here it looks good, nice and clean. It's a little wet, which I'll put some dressing on it before I list it tomorrow, or not list it, just push it outside tomorrow for the yard sale, and try to get it to have this this shine, because the paint's honestly not that bad. All that grime that was on it was honestly protecting it. But I mean, it runs super good. Like it goes all the way down to an idle. I mean, it purrs like a kitten. This thing is solid. The blades will engage. Oh. Uh-oh. Something out there is not happy. It killed the motor. It might be because I'm not sitting on it. That's what you like to see. So, cutting deck works. Everything spins freely. No weird knocking or rocking. When it died just a minute ago, it's because the safety switch in the seat is actually still working. Right there, that little button pushes down. So if I'm not sitting on it, then that button's not pushed, and then the mower shuts off, because like you hate to fall off and this thing start rolling over and cut someone up. But yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. I'm going to push it back inside. I'm going to drive it back inside. And then this is the other mower I got for free. I did not make a video on it because it was not interesting at all. I just put some fresh gas in and a hot battery and it ran. But this one was the one that needed a bit of love. And we accomplished the goal. It does run. It does cut, or should cut. I mean, deck is level and all the bearings actually sound great. It's not really screaming or anything. And like I said, I mean, it's a super clean mower, but if it doesn't sell tomorrow, the deck's going to come off and it'll be a mud mower, I promise. But I'll get it back inside, get it all dressed up and cleaned up, and I'll let y'all know tomorrow if this thing sells or not. All right, so as you can see from this nice free real estate spot here for other projects, I did sell the mower. I sold it for $300. I had $20 in it, so $280 profit. Got it out of my way. Boom, easy peasy, just like that. That's all it takes. That same guy also bought my other mower that was sitting right here, so that's also gone. And then here is a quick sneak peek of the next video I'll be doing. Need to get this thing out of my way too, so I gotta clear all the junk off of it and drag it to the middle of the garage. But if you guys stuck around for the whole video, I appreciate it greatly. Hopefully there will be more to come in the future. And if you like the video, like, comment, do whatever. I appreciate you guys sticking to the end of this. I'm hoping to make this like a pretty regular thing I can do, like just anytime I'm in the garage, just pull out the camera and start filming. So if you guys want to see more of that, just let me know. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.